Let's watch this. ArcheAge Chronicles, everything you need to know in 2026.
In this video, I'm going to tell you everything you need to know about ArcheAge Chronicles. ArcheAge Chronicles is an upcoming game being published by Cacao Games, developed by XL Games. The game itself is going to be built in Unreal Engine 5.
Crazy because the game I'm most waiting for, the MMO I'm most waiting for, Chrono Odyssey, it's also being published by Cacao Games, but obviously developed by a different studio, Chrono Studios.
PC and console version.
But it's crazy how Cacao Games is publishing like two pretty big MMOs.
Now it's officially labeled as an online action RPG.
Same thing as
than a traditional MMO.
I mean, so is Chrono Odyssey though.
So is Chrono Odyssey.
What the fuck? That's what I just said.
Cacao do. It's unknown exactly how much of an MMO this will be. However, if you look at the behind the scenes, the devs refer to it as an MMO, and on the Steam page they say it's going to be the next evolution of the MMORPG genre. For my take, I think this game is going to be focusing a little bit more on like single player and
like instance and stuff, which I don't mind that.
Massive.
What's good, Kenny? Did you checking, brother?
Partly because of action combat, which is computationally.
I fucking love action combat, bro.
Effectively, both PC players who
RPGs. Are you over there? How is it, bro? How is it?
A more single play style game. There's going to be emphasis on
get the money back, yeah,
and that action gameplay rather than.
I'm more excited for Chrono Odyssey though, because we've seen a lot more out of Chrono Studios. This game, we haven't really seen anything.
Still working at XL, but one of the leads, Jake Song, who was one of the main designers of ArcheAge, left XL Games in January 2025. The game is now being produced by Ham Yong Jin. Apologies for the pronunciations here. A lot of the ArcheAge devs still work there.
However, I will say one thing though.
Important to know.
All these new action combat MMOs that are coming out, they all look amazing because of fucking Unreal Engine 5. But I just hope they're fucking optimized and play good. You know, first and foremost, these fucking devs have to remember games are made to have for fun, you know? First and foremost, your game has to be fucking fun. Make sure people can have fun on it. I swore in today, bro. How was that?
I think this game is going to be pretty much radically different from the original ArcheAge, hence why they changed the name from ArcheAge 2 to ArcheAge Chronicles. It's not a tab tag.
Tired as fuck by the KO?
Like that. The world itself.
Where you at again?
The same universe. It's just set 50 years after the original ArcheAge. It's going to be like a vast interconnected open world. We think the storyline's going to be a little bit more on the personal adventure rather than say like a grand, you know, universe changing storyline. When it comes to the races, it's hard to say. To me, they pretty much all just look human, although I think the original ArcheAge had 6 races.
I'm telling you, bro, these guys haven't like shown anything, and this is releasing this year, Q3, so like in the next few months,
which I think is effective.
And we haven't seen shit.
Blocking and parrying, which is interesting. They've emphasized quite a bit that there's going to be like non-linear progression, so you're not really going to have to go like from one zone to another zone in a sequential order.
But I would say it looks fucking good, man. It has my interest just because the gameplay looks fun, the combat looks fun.
Literally not confirmed anywhere, so you know, that's me speculating. At the moment, there is an article with WCC Tech, which is like a Q&A, where they do mention level-based and class-based progression. However, we don't know what those classes are, I don't think, at the moment.
That looks good, you know?
There's also a variety of different weapons, both like melee, ranged, and magic. But how did they?
I'm not confident, or just finally giving it a break. I have no. Yeah, it gets me like.
As for the content of the game, it looks like it's going to be, like I said, mostly focused on solo and small.
It gives me. I don't mind that because I'm a solo MMO player. But like, yeah, what you're saying, Liz, that gives me like a little bit of skepticism. Because like, we're like a few months away from releases, and we haven't really seen much of in-game stuff.
Like it is going to be more of an MMO rather than.
I don't know.
I don't necessarily think it'll have like a Whirlwind's Meet where you turn on the social elements. However, again, it's worth pointing out that actually in one statement they said that the multiplayer will be optional. Kind of implies a switch, but then, you know, maybe it doesn't, because maybe
multiplayer optional in an MMO.
Jury's out on that one, I guess. They did say that the crafting is pretty.
I hope. I hope since I've been playing Final Fantasy 14 a lot recently. If you guys don't know, watch my video. I just dropped one like a few days ago, like my first week compilation. Appreciate it. But yeah, I hope it's kind of like Final Fantasy 14. I'd say how you can like do missions and dungeons solo with like NPCs, but you can also do it with real players. Make multiplayer like available for every step, but don't make it forced multiplayer. I feel like when you like force it, like that's when it becomes like people are like Because I make it available, but don't force it. You know, if someone wants to do it solo, let them solo.
To your character progression,
You can cater to both that way, both players, to every MMO enjoyer.
We saw in the trailer that a lot of the characters are, you know, they're smashing some metal on an anvil and that kind of thing. As for the types of crafting and gathering, again, not really confirmed, I think, at this point. There are going to be trade pack systems, effectively caravans, that you're going to be able to do for profit. I know that's existed in quite a few games. I'm not sure how that's going to work here. Is it going to be PvP enabled? Maybe
interesting.
You have the option, right? Maybe you can say no PvP.
I didn't play the original ArcheAge.
You can say PvP and it's not safe. Again, complete speculation on my part, but I think that will definitely be interesting to a lot of the PvPers, I would guess, right? Because the PvP is confirmed to be integrated.
For example, it's big IP because Digimon, but it was on a smaller scale. But in the months coming up to the game, they kept them used up. What Digimon would have in game, and one thing that made it possible for the fans to see a demo.
I'm not really sure how that will play, because as far as I know, this game isn't like an always-on PvP.
I don't even know what the motto is. I don't know if it's gonna be like a.
Kind of what I'm personally hoping for.
I don't know if it's gonna be like a.
It's going to be
like a free-to-play game, buy-to-play, subscription game. I don't even know.
Exciting for me personally. There's housing in the game, and this sounds like it's going
to be the devs have to be more open, especially if this is releasing very soon.
Like a land rush system, which I think is what the original ArcheAge probably had. You're going to be able to own a home without competing for open world plots. To me, that sort of implies it's going to be instanced, although I'm not sure it will be. There will, of course, be guilds in the game, and you'll be able to like share resources.
I mean, but that looks good though.
You've got to have all the classics, but it looks like you might have a type of flying, which I think might be gliding, to be honest with you. I think they say land, sea, and air. So maybe ships as well. Could be interesting, could be cool. Now, it's worth noting that this game has been delayed multiple times. It's a little bit weird that it's been delayed multiple times.
Thank you.
Normally had a release date. But if you look at the financials for Kakao, it keeps getting pushed back and back and back. For example,
so maybe it won't release this year.
The latest Kakao financials actually implies that the game will come out this year in Q4. Now, I think that's probably unlikely.
Q4? I thought it said Q3.
A public test that we can all actually have a look
at. That's exactly what I'm saying. Exactly. The same thing. What's his name? Jay, right? Sorry, no disrespect. Jay, I'll subscribe. The same thing Jay's saying is what we've been saying. So supposedly they're releasing this year in a few months. We have not seen no gameplay. We have not had a test. We haven't had like anything.
Financials. It might not have been this.
Yeah, he said Q4, but I'm pretty sure the financials last week they released like their financial. I'm pretty sure it said Q3, but I could be wrong. Either way, it's supposed to release this year, and we haven't seen shit.
In the one previous.
So I don't know.
They said that actually there would be a public test announced for the summer, but it's worth noting again that that public test was apparently already supposed to have happened. So things are obviously not.
Oh, if there's a test this summer,
although that's probably
low-key, that's gas.
Development, so it's not something I'm necessarily worried about. I do think though that once we see a public test, there's a chance that we could all do the same thing that we did with Chrono.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, oh, you're right. We actually need to go ahead and fix some stuff. Or they could be doing something more akin to what.
I'm glad Chrono got delayed because I want it to be successful. The core like foundation of Chrono Odyssey is good,
and maybe they're more confident in their own.
I'm hoping that game succeeds. That's like gonna be my new world, you know.
They don't own; they're just publishing the game off. It's
kind of this one's good too. Like fuck it.
We know a chunk, but we also know so little at the same time. I think for a lot of people, it's going to be interesting because a lot of MMO players. I was speaking to them on my stream today. Not all of them, some of them, obviously. And they were like, it's not an MMO. It's not an MMO. It's going to be like Where Winds Meet. And you know what? It absolutely could be. I have a feeling, though, that when it comes to, for example, they seem to have a difference between.
I'm going to say the best for the last. Need a break. I feel that.
They're calling online action RPG.
I feel that.
And it is a concern for us, right? Like if you are somebody who likes.
Yeah. Okay, watch. In their financials, it's called an action RPG. But so is Chrono Odyssey. And in the Chrono Odyssey beta that we saw like a year ago, it was pretty much a normal MMO, you know. So I wouldn't look too much into that.
Like an MMO. I think there's no possible way of having a definition for this, but for one of the things that's important to me is, let's say we're on the same server. If I go and run to the same place that you do, and you just stumble upon me, and we see each other, great.
Yeah, that's how I feel too.
That we'll stumble upon.
Yeah, that's how I feel too.
The Warcraft, there's layers. I kind of hate layers, but I understand that sometimes are necessarily evil.
I don't mind the layers.
That kind of like where you're in an open world and people can come and see you that you didn't expect. But then there's games.
I don't mind layers because if it does help with like server stability,
you can turn it on. So if you have it turned on, Is it then an MMO? Also, what's massive? How many people are massive? It sort of sounds like this is going to be...
I think it's gonna really care what, yeah.
Learn with New World, action combat is actually just a technical challenge, right? So how massive does it have to be before it's a massively multiplayer game?
I love action combat.
Is like 2,000 people, but each layer is 20 people. It's worth noting that they actually did say that in the open world, you would see dozens of people. Now, dozens doesn't sound like many, but if you think about most MMOs, like if I went into Guild Wars 2 now and I go into a random area where there's no event, I'm going to see dozens of people. I'm not necessarily going to see hundreds of people.
That's true.
If I go to an open world boss or an event, I would see hundreds of people.
That's true. That happened to me a lot actually when I played Guild Wars 2.
On the MMO part of
that'd be gameplay, by the way.
I definitely want to pay attention to. It could actually still come this year. We could actually still get the beta, and it could be amazing, and everybody's happy.
I hope so. I hope so.
More information about it, I will be pretty much one of the first people to show you. I think the trailers look great. I think the world is looking very interesting, and you know, I'm excited for it. I'll put a link to all the sources used for this video if you want to go and peruse them yourself. If you want to come and talk to me about this, I will be streaming tomorrow.
Shout out to Jay.
We'll be talking about all different kinds of things. Let me know your thoughts. Have a most beautiful day. Like and subscribe.
Shout out to Jay. W video. Hey, funny thing is, my friends call me Jay. My name's Jason. Starts with Jay. But yeah, I'm also skeptical. Obviously, I hope it's good, but we've just seen too little for this to be near release. Like, there's no way. But if they're releasing a beta in the summer, that's also really good. So, yeah, W video.